I know I'm not alone when it comes to loving Costco. Actually, I was going to say, I don't really love having to go to Costco because it's a zoo, and today it was an extra zoo because it was closed yesterday for the holidays. So anyway, usually it takes me about 20 minutes in there. It took me an hour and a half because they had moved everything, but that's another story for another day. What I thought I'd do is I would give you guys a quick video about some of the things that I buy at Costco, because Costco is really good for some keto stuff, because there's certain things that you're going to be using more frequently, and it's okay to have in bulk because you'll go through it more quickly. So anyway, that was a long introduction. Sit tight. I have a little bit of a slideshow for you, and in the very end of the video, I will do some honorable mentions on some products that I get but are not featured in the slideshow. All right, we'll be right back. So as promised, that was a very brief slideshow of just the things that I got there today. And the reason I got those things, and I get those pretty regularly, is because I go through them a lot. So like the Kerrygold butter, I use in a lot of my recipes, but obviously for me, I drink bulletproof coffee a couple times a day, and I use that butter pretty regularly. So that one I go through pretty quickly. The cream cheese I use for waffles, I use for fathead dough, the mozzarella, the same thing. There's a lot of use out of those. And so it is way more cost effective to get those at Costco. Honorable mention list, obviously they have a very big meat section there, and so especially if you're wanting to cook in bulk, make a lot of recipes at once, or you don't mind freezing things, they have ground beef, they have pork shoulder, they have so much stuff there. I tend to not get a lot of my meats from Costco only because it's just me and my husband, and I prefer to get my meat more frequently, I guess. And so also I tend to like the flavor of the ground beef that you get at like Safeway versus Costco, but that's just my own preference. Almond flour they have there, and it is much cheaper there than even on Amazon, and I believe it's a 3-pound bag, so highly recommend getting that. On that same note, almonds you can get there as well, also a lot less expensive than you would find them elsewhere. They have a charcuterie tray there that I love to get, and I couldn't find it today because everything was in a different spot. Like I was saying earlier, it drove me crazy, and so I'll have to force myself to go back again on my next visit and get that. But anyways, all the pre-sliced meats, and there's a lot of different flavors. So they have like the sopressata, the chorizo, the salami. I mean, there's so many different ones, and that one's just a great one for making quick snacks, obviously. Beyond that, they have canned chicken, and canned chicken is really, really versatile for a lot of things, but if you ever make a chicken crust pizza, you can save yourself a lot of money doing it that way rather than buying those real good pizzas, which I don't find to be real good at all. I think they're kind of gross and they cost a lot of extra money. So those are kind of the things that I would also add to my list more often than not. Again, this list isn't all inclusive, but I really do recommend that if you are trying to build up your keto pantry and keto refrigerator, that you'd make a trip to Costco, get a couple of those things, and then build from there. One of my next videos will be what I have in my keto pantry, and it'll again be on that level of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1, the have to haves, the tier 2 is the nice to haves, and the tier 3 is the I don't really need this, it's a luxury item, but why the heck not? So anyway, I hope this video was brief enough for you, but also give you some insight into how awesome Costco can be if you don't have to throw a fist and punch somebody to get to your heavy cream. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.